Hi everyone, welcome back. We are finishing up season 2, guys. We are wrapping this season up. We have an amazing guest. They are a big leader in IC Sapphires. A good friend of mine. We have Chris. Thank you for being on Strongpod. Appreciate you.
Thanks so much for having me, Strong. I appreciate all that you do, and I enjoy being here.
So I wanted to talk about with you. You've been an IC Sapphire member for years now, long time. And you've been a leader there for a long time as well. And I'm pretty sure I know you had your up and downs with the pack. Just want to go over all the stuff that you've done for IC Sapphire and the experiences maybe you've gone through that helped you, learn stuff, or maybe make you feel comfortable with people in the pack. It could be myself too,
Yeah, so I basically joined Icy Sapphires because it is such an amazing pack, and mainly I met Icy through YouTube, where I basically looked it up, and mainly she said that she was going to basically make me a legendary member on her YouTube channel. And so I accepted it, and that's how we met. And so I decided to join her pack because my old pack that I used to be in wasn't really that active. I was in that pack for literally 6 years. And so I decided to team up with Icy Zolt and help out the pack. And I basically enjoy it a lot. Thank you very much, Strong. And another thing that I really love about Icy Zolt is the way she just supports the pack a lot. She is very creative with all these mega drops that she's been doing months. And I also love helping out our members and helping Icy out, and I also love being a pack leader because it shows that I'm able to support all of us, and especially you, Strong, and Icy. And another thing that I also like about our pack is basically the mega parties that we have. We don't just do monthly parties. We also have our monthly drops that we do. And Icy Zolt also made an Icy Bastard Raider, which is more like a Jambaraz Raider, where basically we have like many other people, and it's really creative, and I just really like it a lot. But thanks so much for asking.
Chris. So you are definitely one of IC's top runners. You have been an amazing pack leader and example, pack wise, with the amount of running and discipline that you have. I think that's just, it's really important as a leader to show that example, especially for runs, because a lot of the time we tell others, you have to do this, you got to do more of this, or, you have more requirements. But then ourselves as leaders, sometimes we don't meet those requirements, And I know you especially, you are really big on that part, For myself, I wouldn't say I'm like the most into that, but, I know you are. So what motivates you to keep running so much and have that motivation? Because I know sometimes people can get bored and just out of it,
Well, Strong, that is a good question. Basically, pack running is basically more of a talent where you are basically good at like certain skills in real life. So basically, because I have autism, I am basically able to find time throughout my schedule to pack run most of the day. Now, I know pack running is not basically for everyone, but it's more like a fun thing to do, basically, where you're able to just have fun with your friends and including your pack. And it is more fun to mainly just run throughout every season. So like every month, I love how Adamo Jam changes what you're able to collect each month, and mainly also they change the map depending on the seasons, which is also really creative. Another thing that I basically do is I make a list throughout my pack running schedule. So like I usually pack run all day until my bedtime, which of course is very unhealthy and it's not for everyone, but it's also very hard because it can get very exhausting. So usually at times I usually take a day of like a break, and then depending on how health I really am, or depending on how exhausted I am, I look at my health wise and I usually tell myself, okay, like I shouldn't be running this day if I don't get enough sleep that night, because it's not healthy to pack run all day because you're going to get yourself sick because of that reason. And mainly Icy is very proud of me because I'm able to do that, but it can get very tiring. So another thing that I usually do, if I get tired of pack running all day, which I usually don't want to really do that anymore now because it gets really exhausting, so I just pack run for fun now, or whenever I'm asked or able to, is I help out my team members. So as a leader, I basically have to help out my pack members whenever they're able to want me to help them out. Or another thing that I also love to do as a leader is to just support the pack, help out my members if they have any questions. Another thing I love to do is not only to support the pack, which is number one, but just help out Icy whenever she's unavailable, including you, Strong. And I just love to, welcome our new pack members and help them out. So, like I said, pack running is not for everyone. It's just a fun thing to do. And as a leader, you basically have to earn it. So it's not just, asking your pack owner, saying like, hey, like, is it okay if I become a leader? I have the talent. I pack run every day. You have to basically show that you are able to become a leader and show that kind of talent. So it's not really easy to accomplish, but you'll get there when you basically continue to try. Like I say to everyone, never give up your talent. You want to show that you're able to accomplish something and that you're good at it.
Yeah, for sure, hard work, and you are definitely that. Definitely balance is important. I wanted to touch a little basis more on, you said, you have autism, right? And a lot of people don't like talking about this topic, or don't like to bring it up, or just don't discuss it as much, And I think it's important to bring awareness to, this topic, especially, because you live with this, first-handedly, so you know how it is. And I just wanted to touch bases on, like, how, sometimes people can judge you or treat you differently, and how has maybe the AIGA community treated you, or maybe how you've been welcomed in, or maybe not welcome in certain ways, you know. And maybe how has the pact welcomed you and make you feel part and involved and welcomed in this community?
Yeah, that is a great question, Strong. So, basically, ever since I had autism and I got older and I'm still stuck with autism for the rest of my life, it's basically not really like a hard disability where it makes it harder for me to learn things. I learned that basically autism is not a disability. It's just a different disability that basically helps people learn like differently. And so basically when I first grew up with autism, yes, back in school, I did get bullied many times with my disability, and it was not really fun. It wasn't cool. And so a lot of my teachers basically told me to, just move on throughout my life. And that's exactly what I did. So as I got older, I kept going through more things throughout my school years, including college, where I kept getting bullied throughout my disability. And basically, I had to tell the bully to stop, and I did that. And another thing that basically not everyone has autism. I know many people on Animal Jam have autism like I do, but for me, I have high functioning autism. So that is a bit different. Whenever you have a disability, do not let it affect you. Let it be a word to you, where basically it's more like a helpful reminder saying, oh, you're still a good person. You learn differently from other people. You're still an awesome person. And don't let bullies infect you throughout your life. Just completely ignore them and just move on. And so I basically joined Animal Jam and met other people with autism, and whenever we're feeling down, I just ask them, hey, autism isn't going to affect us here. We're good people, and we are amazing. We have a great community. Animal Jam has an awesome future ahead of them as well. And I bet more people are going to be joining Animal Jam with autism, and I would love to help them out with that. And, yeah, so that's a great question, Strong, and I appreciate that. I also joined at Animal Jam because it is, a fun community to be in. I joined it in late 2020. I joined it in late 2014. So somewhere around Christmas time in December. So early 2015 is when I joined Animal Jam. So late 2014. So I've been playing Animal Jam now for about 11 years. So over a decade. And it's not getting old. It's a fun game. Many parents play it, and I recommend their kids, play the game. It's a blast. Especially those that have autism. It is a fun and safe game to play. So, once again, thank you for asking, Strong.
Yeah, definitely. So good. I liked how you touched bases on, what you've overcome and how, you can spread that light to other people who have, what you have with autism. And I know the severity, it depends on the person. But I did like how you say it's, it's not really like a big disability. It's more like you guys just think differently in your own way. And you guys learn differently. You guys still are just You guys are just like everyone else. Just because you learn differently, or anything, not just with autism, with anyone, if you learn differently or look differently, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we are all the same. And I love that, you mentioned that, because that's so important, and I love how, you found the community, how, you feel welcomed. And yeah, continue to spread that light. And yeah, definitely so good. I liked how you touched bases on, what you've overcome, and how, you can spread that light to other people who have, what you have with autism. And I know the severity, it depends on the person, but I did like how you say it's, it's not really like a big disability. It's more like you guys just think differently in your own way, and you guys learn differently. You guys still are just, you guys are just like everyone else. Just because you learn differently, or anything, not just with autism, with anyone, if you learn differently or look differently, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we are all the same. And I love that, you mentioned that, because that's so important, and I love how, you found the community, how, you feel welcomed. And yeah, continue to spread that light. And yeah, I want to thank you for being on this Strongpod season finale. We've ended it, guys. We are continuing to season 3. Season 2 was a blast. I know we didn't finish this on time due to, certain things, but season 3 will be a wild ride, and we finished strong on season 2 with an amazing interview with Chris. And I thank you again, Chris. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much, Strong. I appreciate being here with you and going through all the questions you had and everything. I hope you have a wonderful day as well. And we will see everyone later on. Thank you again, Strong.